Since its preview of this game, I was one of the biggest fans and waiting for the release of the High on Life. Well, there is few reasons. First of all, I'm a big fan of Rick of Morty and I couldn't miss to review this game and play it firstly. And the second one is obviously I love funny games when they have kind of storyline and you can play them and you're just being a part of an experience of something really unique. So before we dive deep into the review of High on Life, which I can tell you really cool one, I would like to ask you, if you're not a still subscriber of this channel, please do that because it helps our team to create more and more reviews for you. And today, I'm bringing you High on Life. Let's go. So High on Life is a really very cool kind of action shooter where you're playing as the young guy who is a modern suburban America whose home is really being interrupted by an alien invasion. These aliens are part of a collective known as G3. They're dedicated to use humans as the new form of drug to, get high. Well, hence of that game's title, like you get lives on high. So, after discovering a science gun, voiced by Royland, you will find a way to transport your home to an alien city. Once you arrive, your growing crew realize that the best way to stop the collective from destroying all the humans and well the universe is to take out the G3 leaders. Then you become an alien bounty hunter, traveling to the galaxy, taking out the G3's lieutenants to put out to the land of the campaign. And first of all, after these few sentences, I would like to ask you, well, G3, yeah, G8, yeah, well, I think we heard this somewhere. Anyway, let's move on. This is already feels like a more Rick and Morty style game. So the artists have done an incredible job here, capturing everything from cartoonish detailed world, finishing with the guns and everything. Pixar, by the way, as of the Adult Swim. The first alien planet is essentially a hub, world, one of the shops and the merchants, as well as the few little side quests. It's hard, very hard not to say that it feels like walking in any number of settings in like, let's say, Rick and Morty episode, which I really love. That I'm feeling like I'm part of an episode, being on TV and actually trying to decide what's going on in the game. There are a lot of large monitors and adverts in this level that are blazing alien shows where the Roland or the rest of the cast appear to have simply lost their mind. It is simply the warriors of the interdimensional Dable Cobbles, showing the Rick and Morty also there. The worlds are vibrant tones, palettes, and the characters. You already feel like you've seen this somewhere, but not in the gaming industry. Aliens are always different designs and lamps to do kind of that word with everything in the world. Global weirdos on one planet constantly enslave and horny cute bears on the next ones. Honestly, you are getting excellent performance from major to minor characters, also with the help of the game various worlds. The guns in the game are what the shine is the star of the game, I would say. The game's really made for the guns in this one. And it sounds stupid, but believe me, it is. Almost every of your main characters are actually guns. And when I say that, that's really a lot. They are actually all small, loud, sensational, with different kind of shape of guns, with different functions and everything. You get 4 regular guns in total, each voiced by a popular TV comedians. Kenny, voiced by Roland, and almost the protagonist, is the regular pistol that fires the green goo with a special bomb-like attack. Kenny is your main companion throughout. Your shotgun, Goose, he's voiced by the GB Smooth, which you might heard in a lot of TV series. His secondary attack allows you to shoot bazookas, and the main one is the double frog-like Arian that shoots with some kind of like a plasma or something like that. And you have also the rifle, Sweezy. That's a cool one. It's a constantly annoyed, dismissive, and irritable creature. He always speaks and never letting you do whatever you want. His special ability is to create a bubble of slow down time. Does it sound cool to you? I believe it does. And finally, one of the coolest things I really love in the game is the creature called Knifey. Yes, the guy that you literally use like a knife, who allows you with the powerful melee attack and whip-like troublesome. All of these kind of things creates amazing kind of level designs together with the guns and the way how you speak with the gun, you interact with them. This creates amazing level of the details. All the guns are feeling differently in the game, constantly filled with the wonderful to use. Last time I enjoyed firing guns like this were in Destiny when I was doing review for that. For now, the studio done great work, as the first person shooting never done before by this one. It is really very well made, and it's fun to play. It is not the hardest out of all the game, it is not wellest and most complicated like Call of Duty, but you have a great and fun time in this game for sure. This is not the type of game where you sit down and you're like, what are we gonna have today here? We need to sweat. No, here you just drop down on your couch and you have a laugh when you're just enjoying. Well, if you die, you can restart the level and do it again, and you're not gonna be pissed off. That's not Dark Souls. Combat in the game with firing and special attacks and switching with weapons, everything, it gives you a cool feeling and sliding. Each mission is structured in pretty much the same way, but they managed to hit the gold-like sweet spots for not being too short or